Patience we kept, love before you felt safe. Back when it was a breath held too long with the wanting of something to feel. Standing at the edge of yourself, they decided to jump in anyway. You came to quiet to fix this understood for the silence before your words to learn to longing for the gentle that you could find a night to stay. Reread your patience and the promise that it'll be kept from the yearning for the light last yet to fall. Rotten frames of the gusts of sorrow for the sleeping in the endless city for the last spur of life. Yet subconscious attack could be the dream still calls for action tired for now. This world is too tired too for the rinsing of the one, for rising for none. For this is somewhere for the shadows to waste the fledging of the staggers and forward. Put your gnarly foot inside the shell. And another in void. When it all falls and find the wings that is road born with this passion to dissolve in time for the may rise with the abyss of the voice that came for the shattered. Learn to sing, learn to listen for the mind for this could do it. More than what it feels and fed. This is years of what felt like last. And catch them while I'm sleeping with the beauty to be absorbed inside the stubborn the beast that are with. Spins and sometimes stops to pass the dancing clouds of smoke for above the arrogance of the stand tall. Sometimes I want to live for the balance, and sometimes the truth hurts you to remember that for this itself is the one for the only struggled against it. For who is this and finally own sing the song, sing for the love I bring. Ambivalent for the between the two hearts to sway for the biblical feelings the way that each day for the year past to shed the part you yearn over the fears of this conflicting in the mix of tears. The silent, loud battle with like being alone for like the sound of silence of the feeling when you walk through the park. You used to watch the sunset for hours, but was it in the air for the carriage drifting and killing over the tenor of the offering with the kill? Morning and a warning, the stranger to think that you wake up with the one morning, a realization for the nothing, for the ask me, for what's been happening, for the say nothing, for the drove me to mountains between us and this yet within. The ridge of your life, the cradles of dawn, for the hell valley, for the gentle, on the earth for the best friend, for the secret of summer, for the trace of the curves in your thoughts are wild enough, for the east to astral read, for the rain to astral collide, for the door for the foliage you turn away for the ground again a couple times. It was a library for the blank pages, and then to tell the truth of the word, to seek the words of the witches and souls lost for, faces for the light, the burning. From the other side of the innocence for the newborn, or we are protected. It was told with me on a winter day for this not to be the mood to talk down, for the gentle year with the snow, for the sure way to go, for the amazing grace of this silence in the beneath. You show me they came to me for the broken and seeking and protection. Confided in you for the hoping and acceptance, for the turning of your back, for this gave you the silent treatment, for the you said that upset this to make you uncomfortable and not easy, for the ending of the rope, for this just need protection, and maybe one person to hug over the ones to tell us okay, for the reaction, cause of the shame, for the spiraled out of control, for the built the wall, so this is part of the distance of the self, for the loss of will to live, for the you can show how to love, for the turn your back, not listening, for the silence of me, for the left being in the dark, for the crawling of the independence and alone, for the you show me the father, since I'm the existence and the love and the one.
But
how the fuck we still cool white people right now?
you know, I'm probably the least qualified person to talk about this shit. But
And until
most people might
master
look
fine,
at
has no spring in action, sure for the various with the wind. It cannot freely move until it has rocks its chain. And they enslave it with the matchless love for the deathless and chill it rain. Popular faint no to have learned serve lacks need of fire to glow. Lacks the breeze and nerve who cannot drive the world until it's been driven. The flag can only be unfurled when you shall breathe from heaven. My will is not my own, thou hast made it thine. For this is what to reach the monarch's throne, for the best crown to resign. For this only stands in the bundle, for the midst of the glass and strife. For this when only the possible, for the link, for this the founded thee is life. And for the foreign and link, and for the to be the nirvana, for the Tear with the pain, the pressure for the resolving valve. This is the manner for the residents of the aching of your brokenness and the unhealing wounds and the bleeding and the beating me down. For this is inside the heart, behind the heart cage, playing the song again for the raging flames, guitar for the wallow for the long sounds. Headphones and my own sounds for me alone, for the press of the crown of me, for the illusion comes. Listen to the music for the parents like finding family, the enemy for the purchasing of what you find, the compact disc, the CD for the flute, for the serpent, your truth and lies. Dark worship for the solitary temple for your music, the popular enough at the youth of time, but how it be infused with the flesh. How popular pop culture is, the goes which it extends, so can't prepare for the separation from God, for how it's music for the agony, for the work for good, for the some interesting idea for the future to writing. Or was it right? Or was it just absolution for the trade it in, for the fast life, for the pen pricks and needle sticks to the shit that never miss of the path of this, to follow up and pick up the arms of the appetite, for the start small, for the always does, and the glance and let it linger. Only in the return for this to be the vice steer us into the wickedness of the snow streets, this to the rope of feet for the some heap will be blessings. Feeling us at the so interesting and enough of the specialty when they come visiting in the cubic for these zirconia for the asking for the aid, for this lost on the phone for the night, for the decade, for the idea of love, for this love the way I love. If you ask me, I don't know. Maybe the thoughts makes my heart pound. Silent plea, shadows deep where whispers die. The accent of the sky for the unspoken words, for the heavy height and weight that's concealed behind guarded gates. This is the world that moves on for the hurried pace and unseen eyes of the vast space. Practice smile for the cheerful mask, completing every single task for the underneath of the water's churn, the quiet fire for the lessons learned, for the aching of things that cannot say, for this the building and inside the contraction every day, for the search of signs and knowing the glance. Moment to retrieve the chance to bear the soul, speak at the root. Truth, this find once again for the joy of the lips to say seal, for the fear to take hold for the story, waiting to unfold for the silent screens within the mind, for the turmoil that can't be behind. For you can only pause to see it, for the hidden parts of the real in me, for the heart that longs for understanding and touching and feeling and asking far too much in the quiet of the night. Pray for the dawn, for the pray for the light, for the somehow with you make it truly here, for the things that I hold so very near, for the dear of the ears of the pup for the soul, for the help me to make the spirit whole, for the will to carry on, for the dust into the break of dawn. Held fast through the whispers of the seas of the silent plea for the inner peace of it, which you might see for the love I bear, for the ease of the burden I share. Where? Here. Listen.
But
Slavery was so bad. Why the fuck we still cool white people right now?
you know, I'm probably the least qualified person
My
to talk about
purpose
this
is
shit,
writing poetry
but
to provoke.
most people.
Find the three elements that allow the evocative, the other excellence that don't wait for nobody to demise the rules. So this is the dim. You try to get them to happy place, and you make it all the way for you the way you have left to stay. And it's slipping away with the shades of the grass blades. This once got into the argument about pronunciation and for the last name, so that you can get against the weaponizing of the fight. The feeds to the lowest thoughts of the Yo Sunday, for this is Sabbath and holy, for the who knows the Pinocchio adolescent, for the plastic surgery, for the all the burning letdowns. And it's not okay to let someone's guilt lock from place to place. It's driving forward by channeling. You belay for the cup of raw patience on the Sunday, for you can have the sun to shine today, for the passing of the spiral that I'm fine until I'm not. In 1 minute I'm sunlighting. Breathing easily in the moment for the floor, the tilt for this, the mind that starts pulling at threads until everything beautiful turns into questions. And I've been here before, smiling and already bracing. Two truths fight at the chest, one begging to believe and only one screaming not again. For so I lock the world outside to keep my issues from bleeding into someone else's pain. And the tunes let the great thousand angels sing, for let their great voice break the bones. Jazz is wet asphalt and human lamentation, for the closed-in prison, the song for the real. Pump dark fruit for the evil of your child's mischief, for your man's murder, for your cool lacking vulnerabilities. And the woe was my clothes, and this is shook, sharp, this jack music, or when your land infirmary over the winds came. Cubic man, for the soil curse, mansion, core curse, this live at the crust of the mind. Me, narrow surface of your bandwidth, pride, mortar over your rumblings underneath. This is regular English, and this is the man who flees the danger, the trials, and the weakness, and the lack of faith, and too much of the foolish defeat, for the need for the needs, and the supplication for the plain, and nature rod to break the bones and hide the drywall for the concrete, the plastic prescriptions for your subscription, for your insurance and salary computer, for your expectations to sweep, for the rents of the distraction, for your nature, the place of your birth, environment for your challenge, trials and the obstacles for the Lord placed precisely here when it's new for them. Anthropologically over your speaking, the weakness of your flesh, and not hunger for your appetite, for your safety, but fear for consecration over your flesh. Mortality and foe. Man strives to provide a kingship for the flesh of the years of the life of the wreck, of the use of the curse of authority for the shall pray for the needs of the supplication for your eyes shut, newborn Lord, you my Lord, for the allow me to seek you, for the allow me to run towards you, for the please Lord, grant me your light. And the hours pass to ride again, for the black lust to gleam in the eye, for the sounds neat, the old time literary. Literally. Remember once closed the friend's house, this was the second, for the first house of the warm and brown. There was the warning about the bishop to repeat the board, for this that maybe will come back to that memory. Dreading to try for this something. Internet search to read for the learn, for the artifact, for this to be the booking, for the dozens at least the woe, for that you can devour them, place them in the loom and intimidate them, and for the fruit that requires the labor, for the benedict of the Lord, I pray for the grant me the reaching of the rooms. The tunes that let me learn the Lord for the someone moments of the loss of the online acquisition, for the reading and the downloads of the PDFs, and what you can find perhaps should be purchasing of your physical tones. It appears that I'm going to be the man for the books, and for the precision, for the sapling of the burst of the dirt, for this to read the bit, for this to wit. Whatever it takes to find a sensuality for the world, for the meaning to the diligent, for the dedication for your mouth. To furious over the meaning of variety, for the will be the man of writing and the reading, and for the raid, for the ride, for the pursuit, for the chasing your pleasure, for the salt, for the dark refuge of the black sin, for the God lifts me now. Holy Spirit calls me, here's the hidden, here's the finding what's meant written by him. What's to make me captive for the Lord, for then shall be free, for the force to be the rent of my sword, for shall I conquer or be sinking the life's alarms when the myself this stand in prison, for the me within the arms of strong shall be my hand. Hardest weak and poured until the master find, for the no spring, for the action sure, for the varies of the wind, for the can't freely move, for the till we find the rocks and chain, for the enslaving with the matches of love, for the deathless and should have rain. My power does faint low, till I have the learning to serve, just to the lack of the need for the fire to glow, for the lacks of the breeze and nerve. It cannot drive the world, for the till it itself be driven, for the flag can only be unfurled, for the shell breathing, for the be heaven again, for the will, for the not be for my own, has made it mine, thine.
But
Dang, slavery was so bad. I don't even know how the fuck we still cool white people right now.
I'm probably the least. But
Dang, slavery was so bad. I don't even know how the fuck we still cool white people right now.
I'm probably the least qualified person to talk about this shit. But most people might look at what he said and think, oh my god, why is he mad about something that happened 200 years ago, dude? Get over it. The truth is, it's not actually about 200 years ago. It's about what never healed. Most people might look at the video that he made and say, oh my god, slavery ended almost 2 centuries ago. Why are people still angry? Here's the truth, dog, okay? Trauma does not disappear just because the calendar moves. Trauma gets passed down in families the same way eye color and height does. A grandma teaches her son how to survive in a world that treated her like she was less than human. That son teaches his child. The fear, the resentment, the distrust, it becomes culture when society never truly fixed the root. This is the truth, okay? White families, broadly speaking, get to pass down land, wealth, property, business, safety. Black families, again, broadly speaking, pass down survival skills, trauma, how to avoid getting killed by the police talks, pain, distrust. That's not 200 years ago. That's yesterday for them. That's yesterday for them. You understand? Bro, to be honest, and I could be wrong about this, I feel like the anger is not really about white people. It's about the system. Most black people don't actually hate individual white people. What they resent is the system that benefited white people, disadvantaged black people, and never fully corrected the imbalance. Put it like this, right? It's like if someone robbed your family for 10 generations and then said, let's forget about it, it's in the past. Meanwhile, they're still living in the house that they stole. That's what it feels like. The other thing too, bro, is that America never apologized, healed, or repaired. The trauma wasn't just slavery, it was 100 years of legal segregation, banning black people from schools, jobs, neighborhoods, restaurants, public areas, banning interracial marriage, lynching, redlining, which for those of you that don't know, it pretty much means blocking wealth, mass incarceration, police brutality.
Trying to get some resources from like you gonna help them. Like you gonna help them and say, learn how to live out that shit. They kill them, and then y'all act like the original people.
Act like you been there. Act like you been there. Hey, tell them they wasn't there. Tell them they wasn't there. And when they want it back, say what you talking about. Land. He owned no land. They gonna give me. He owned. They think they your own land. This is ours. Hold on. You go with your house. But they got it's the law. Hey, and when you die, what my house again? It's still my shit. Look, I'm gonna make you pay for it. But it's mine. We can't forget about no food. No more food. It's free. Who charge them for it? Take they seed. Hey, you crazy. You crazy. Hey, what we got the most of? Water, right? We got some oil too. No, we got the water. It's more water on earth than anything. Charge them for it. Charge them for it. No more drinking. Make them drink. Make them pay for the water. Dehydration is a motherfucker. Tell them they gonna die if they don't drink it. And they gotta come from us. It's gotta come from us. You own something. You own something. You goddamn. You own something. And people who live in the ocean, tell them that's ours. That's our water. That's our water. And that water belongs to America. They gotta pay for that. Every plot. All of it. If a motherfucker got a boat, he gotta pay for it. He gotta pay for the boat. You know what? Someone gotta cover that boat. Insurance. Let them think we gon' cover that boat. Hey, if something happen, don't even pay your part. We gon' come up with something in the room. We be like, what you say? No, wait. Hey, don't give them none of the money back. Don't give them none of the money back. Listen, it's the big one. They won't know. They'll never know. No, they so fucking nice. Look at them. They cooking. Hey, let's make them go to work. Let's set it up where if you don't work, you won't have shit. But even if you do work, you still can't buy shit. Because you gotta pay taxes. Look, you gotta pay taxes.
You gotta pay tax
On your money.
Gotta pay tax on your money.
Then you gotta pay taxes when you
Basically, what they saying is,
we the Mike Tysons of the world.
pull up on the boat, right? See some land.
Take it.
You see the people act like you trying to get some resources from them.
Like you gonna help them.
Act like you gonna help them and say, learn how to live out that shit. They kill them.
That we inherited? God. Only a really low IQ population could have taken this beautiful continent, this magnificent American landscape that we inherited. Well, actually, we stole it from the Mexicans and the Indians, but hey, it was nice when we stole it. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy businesses just that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long. They tell you what to believe all day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hardworking people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hardworking people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich suckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream. Because you have to be asleep to believe it. But only a really low IQ population
is in relentless pursuit of you. He wants all of his children to choose to return to him, and he employs every possible measure to bring you back.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. China or even Russia or any totalitarian country. Maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they have committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. So that's when I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around. We aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now. Because I've been to the mountaintop. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land.
Tactics is
attention to black people if they don't like them. Anything in here that likes us is really what you ain't paying attention to. You don't pay attention to things that don't like you. It actually is the Lord knows what all you're doing. You see what I'm saying? So even if I'm faded deceitful and I made you think that the answer's over here, that the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna leave it over here. He the one that tricked, 'cause I know this is the right answer. I thank the Holy Spirit and thank the oppressors have not lost their tongue. That's what they say. Yeah, like with the white folks, it's all good when you do right. It's just bad. Some people, some freaks like
I can remember in 2016 all the propaganda that was put out on North Korea and how they had a show for Kim Jong-un's birthday and all the rockets that they displayed and the nuclear weapons. And the West took that as an insult and kind of a threat. While I see absolutely no difference in what's happening in D.C. right now, it's an absolute waste of tax dollars in any kind of way that you can put it. It's a threat. It's a threat to the American people that says if you step out of line, we will destroy you. We will take everything you love away. And I'm not going to stand for that. This is America, and you are nothing without the American people. And I want you to know that. If you're not angry, you're not listening. You need to be aware. It is your civic duty to care about what's going on. I don't care if you're Democratic or Republican. You have a constitution that says freedom of speech. You have a constitution that says freedom of the press. You have a living document that lives and breathes for the people. And that man is using it in corrupt, demonic ways. And he wants to talk about how the LGBTQ, how black communities, how POCs, how immigrants are the devil. That's only one devil I can see, and he sits in the White House. You should be angry. You should be out here with us. They don't care about you. These people, and you should show them all of these people out here. These are the people. This is their country. This Capitol building, people are supposed to come here and represent us. And they won't. So I will represent me. That's what I have to say.
okay. You want me to do that? Man, God damn, so you can.
Hell yeah! We got a real DJ too!
What beat you got on there? You got some slow it down a little bit. There was smoke when the mother's water broke. The doc saw the horns, oh my God, it's a goat. The nurse cut the cord, got shot with 1,000,000 volts. Almost dropped him on the floor, but the baby started to float. The umbilical cord turned into a gold rope. Mike appeared in his hand, his body started to joke. Angels injected him with lyrical dope. Same drugs that gave Hemingway and Edgar Allan Poe. The whole world's raving for the baby, the bell tolls. The crowd gathered round, throwing punches and elbows. Then his mama arose and recited a poem. Taught to hip-hop, God, fuck rock and roll. Put his baby in the whip, it was a solar eclipse. And the spirit came, wrote his name down in hieroglyphs. Great beats played, he had a speaker for a crib. She screamed, Jack the Rip, and ignited his gifts. To the parents, he's a legend, to the children of myth. Here's some first-hand experience of Mr. Smith. Alias, Mr. Killing every rapper in his radius. Ciphers and stadiums, pauses vibranium. Molecular structure of the nucleus of his cranium. Platinum, uranium, lyrical titanium. In other words, whoever ain't concerned, if you fuck around with fire, you gon' get that ass. Turn to ash, true story, I'm walking crematorium. Helping rappers earn obituaries from historians. Banging on them, yellow tape and white sheets laying on them. Carved hand, tombstones praying for them. Moving the chess pieces like telekinesis. As a toddler, he walked with 2 panthers on leashes. Learned early on where to mark of the pieces. By the time he hit puberty, he's looking at creases. Slicking in Odysseus on an odyssey. Intellect is part of me, so pardon me. If it's harder to follow me, what does that mean? He's a mythological melanated.
And the timing of that is no coincidence because we heard our thoughts towards disharmony, disruption, and disunity.
the dark place. This is the dark time.
Why did you feel compelled to be here today?
I came up here in 2020 after George Floyd's murder, after I watched that video. And on Wednesday, I got word that Renee Nicole Good was murdered in cold blood. And I made the decision right then and there that I was going to come up here one way or another. They fired the first shot. I'm not calling the police anymore. I don't care what Fox News says. I don't care what that woman in the press room says. I'm not calling for peace. They fired the first shot. We have the Second Amendment for a reason. It's time for people to come back here with weapons and show these people that we're equals.
I can just feel the emotion coming off of you right now. You've been wearing it on your sleeve today. As I've seen you have some interactions with other protesters here. Describe to me some of those emotions that you're feeling right now.
I'm angry. We knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen the minute they called the election in 2020. That's why what I did, right when I knew the election was going to go the way it did, that's why I went and I bought my first gun. I used to hate guns. I used to think that it was insane that we have more guns than people in this country. And in reality, I still do think that it's insane that we have more guns than people. But if we've got people like these guys out here just terrorizing people, kicking in doors with no warrants, kidnapping people with no cause, and murdering people for trying to flee, for obeying a command to leave the area, and then shooting her in the face like that after she drops her kid off in school. We have to show up with guns. We have to. There's no other way around it. I don't care if I don't have a Minnesota carry permit. I'm unarmed right now, but this is the last time I show up to face these guys without a weapon. And there's no way. I got shot with a pistol ball 5 minutes after walking in here. I never laid a finger on them. I never raised a hand to them. I've only been using my voice. The time for speaking is over. The time for niceties is over. The time for peace is over. They fired the first shot. It's time to end this shit by any means necessary.
You're talking about, potentially going to a dark place in this country. Do you foresee
We're there. This is the dark place. This is the dark time. We have people being sent to South Korea, concentration camps. We got other countries being raided for their oil. We're in the dark time. There's no way out of this. There's no voting our way out of this. We can't wait till November. There's no waiting to the ballot box. We need to get to the ballot box. That's the only way. If there was another way, I'd be advocating for it. I've spoken peacefully. I've marched peacefully. I'm marched without sharp knives. We're there. This is.
Constitution allows me to do what I'm doing. So you understand what the Constitution is? It's Astaghfirullah, bro. May the Lord bless you guys, bro. Get away from me, bro. Get in your vehicles and go. I'm not gonna Is that what your salary's gonna do? Get in your vehicle, civil servant, and go about your business. Yes, I will. Get in your vehicle, boy. Get about your business, boy. No, they know. They're United States citizens. They're smart. They know their rights in the Bill of Rights. You know what the Bill of Rights is? You're gonna learn, bro. You're gonna treat me like an enemy. That's against the 8th Amendment, brother. Close my door and lock the door right now, bro. No, just open it and lock it, bro, so I can go about my business. Oh, man, bro. Tyrants, bro. It's Astaghfirullah, man. They'll say we're Palomar was a decent gentleman. This gentleman, for arbitrarily rolls up on me aggressively. He wanted to really beat me up. If I didn't know my rights, he probably would have me whooped. But I don't think he has the cardio for such endeavors. But I'll bless him. May the Lord bless you, bro. Get in your vehicles and go, bro. Okay, brother, you need to understand my rights as a United States Constitution allows me to do what I'm doing. So do you understand what?
should not use the N-word. On why Mexicans should not use the N-word. Because Emiliano Zapata was part black. Because Lupita Nyong'o was born in Mexico. Because Indian and black runaway slaves formed quilombos that fought off slave hunters for decades. Because they fill their prisons with black and brown bodies just like they did their ships. The criminal justice system is the new middle passage. Police brutality, the new genocide. Because Vicente Guerrero, the first black president in North America, threatened war against the United States if they tried capturing any runaway slave in Mexico. Because La Bamba was an African song sung by slaves in the fields of Veracruz. Hermano, I like hip-hop too. And I understand that your favorite rapper drops this word every other line, so tell me this. How many times have you smiled every time someone's called you a beaner? Hermana, does it make you want to wave your hands up in the air like you just don't care when someone calls you a wetback? Come on, we are so fly, they call us illegal aliens. We are so sexy, they call us dirty Mexicans. You should not play music for your ignorance when you say this word. Does it feel as if you have a cotton gin fan tied around your tongue? Does your mouth feel as bloody as Fubel Station? Does it feel like you're a strange fruit, a broken branch dangling, swaying and surrounded by Klansmen and children cheering because there is one less of you, hermano? On why Mexicans should not use the N-word. Because Emiliano